1997. There were bruises on his daughter. Tony counted 3. One from when she fell off her bike, another from a game of tag on the playground. The last one was fresh, barely noticeable, a dash of pink on her cheek. It could even be mistaken for blush. Tony scooped Frosted Flakes by the handful, straight from box to mouth. It tasted like sugary cardboard. His daughter was seated at the table with a rigid posture, her straight back a silent fuck you. "Your cereal is getting soggy," he said. Tammy didn't move, eyes glued to the floor, ignoring both her father and the bowl of golden specks in front of her. At 50 inches and 62 pounds, she hit the exact numbers for an average 9-year-old girl, but Tony knew that she was anything but. She had a ferocious curiosity beyond her years, and a stubborn will that impressed him as much as it ignited his temper. He said, in a sing-song voice this time, "Do you want something else for breakfast?" Again, the little girl didn't reply, and as she tugged on her dress 2 sizes too big, Tony's entire body tensed. For a moment, he thought the mark on her cheek had darkened, but it was only a flicker of shadow. He whispered his adopted American phrase of relief. Thank God. Not that he believed in God. He could only count on himself. If she'd let him, Tony would wrap his arms around his daughter and hold her until she softened. He would braid her hair the way that she liked, tell her how sorry he was for raising his hand to her the night before. But he knew that she wouldn't let him off the hook that easily. His wife, Kim, swept into the kitchen in a bakery uniform. She took one look at Tammy and the untouched bowl of cereal, rummaged through the cabinets, and stuck 2 Pop-Tarts in the toaster oven. As the scent of cinnamon filled the air, Tammy's lips turned up. Tony clenched his jaw so forcefully that he felt the muscles in his neck twitch. Kim could always sneak a smile out of Tammy. "Can I eat in my room?" said Tammy. Of course not. She knew the rules. Food stayed in the kitchen. Tony waited for Kim to say no, but instead, she brushed her hand against Tammy's back, kissed her on the top of her head, and said, "Just this once." Without another word, Tammy disappeared. "What's the point of having rules if you keep letting her break them?" he said. "She's still not talking to you?" Tony shook his head, defeated. "You have to control your temper," said Kim, tisk-tisking. "My temper? If I had talked to my father that way—" "Tammy isn't you," said Kim. "She's stronger." Too strong, especially for a girl. He knew he'd lost control last night, but his daughter had provoked him. He had to parent her. Children needed discipline and boundaries. He was grateful that his father took the wild out of him. Tony handled Tammy with much more care. Unlike his father, he knew the difference between an open palm and a closed fist. "She mocked me, my English," said Tony. Kim sneered. "Niet jou menselen." Did you lose face? A phrase that he'd grown up with, defended against. His father used to spit it at him at every opportunity.